Some things to do out in the brew house today. So let's get her done. Time to go to work. Okay, the first chore that we got is, you remember that single malt with the smoky grains that we made a few weeks ago? Well, it's been 5 or 6 weeks on oak, and it's time. Looks great. We're gonna put it in a bottle. Okay, so the first thing I wanna do is, since these were 2 jars, I wanna kind of blend them together so that I get a consistent taste. In case I had a little bit of oak and more in one than the other, I want something kind of consistent. So we're just kind of blend it together just a little bit, don't take much. Oh. All right. So what we're going to do is, I got some funnels here and some coffee filters. All right. So what I like to do is I like to double up on the coffee filters. And we'll just filter, you know, like any of the wood chips or anything like that. Filter and put it in the bottle. Come on, if I can get it to work. All right, there we go. All right, so let me start pouring some in. This will be some good single malt whiskey. You can straighten the filter out. There we go. This don't usually take too awful long. Look at that beautiful color. That's awesome. And we get done with this, you know what we get to do? We get to taste it. I'm looking forward to that. This is, next to the distilling part, this might be one of my other favorite parts. I like all this hobby, you know? But to me, you know, we'll get to taste this and hopefully really enjoy it, label it up, and put it on the shelf and let it just mellow out. You know, because I think it's part of it, the beauty is not always on the oak. I think a lot of the beauty of it is just time, and time you can't change. You know, it's just, and we might have to use a couple filters because this one's slowing down. So I might have to change that filter. All right, so let me get this going, then we'll be back. There's our single malt. Ain't that a pretty color? Let's give her a taste. Like I said, it's pretty color. It smells like a single malt. I mean, I'm not getting very much smoke off of it. I was hoping for a little bit more. But it does smell good. Ooh. That is enjoyable. It got a nice little burn. It's got that nice grain taste. Tell you what, you leave that in that bottle for a year, it's going to be fantastic. It does have a nice burn to it. All right. I do taste a little smoke though. I mean, it just got a great flavor. Great flavor. I mean, nice little burn on the up front and then mellows out. All right. Okay, so that is this single malt, American single malt we made. Okay. All right, so our first chore is done. let me get set up for the next one so I can get out of this cold. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, this is one I've really been looking forward to. About 8 weeks ago, if you remember back, if I think about it, I'll put a card up there. We made our smoky corn bourbon. All right, and then we filled the bed motivator barrel, right? And then we had some left over. Okay, so that's a beautiful color right now. So what I want to do is I want to filter this out. And then once I'm done, I would love to take a sample out of this barrel and compare it to this. Now, this ain't gonna be done yet. So I understand, you have to understand that it's gonna take a little more time, all right? Okay, so let me get this straining out. All right. Like I said, that's a beautiful color. Oh my. And remember we put that on the wood chips. All right, so let's let this filter out and then we'll get ready to check out our Badmo barrel. Okay, so let's compare these two just for the fun of it. All right, so I got me one glass here. This is what came out of the quart jar that was aged on oak chips. Now let me get a little sample out of Ooh, look at that. Now I know there's a big difference in color, but that's to be expected. This is representing, or how should I say that? This is going to be more like the big barrel where it takes years. All right, now this won't take years, but it's not going to be as fast as the chips. Okay. Very nice color though. It's coming along. It's working. Okay. That is the same thing on oak chips. Yeah, it just smells like a nice bourbon. It smells like a nice bourbon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is taste this one first. This is the Badmo barrel, right? And like I said, you can really see it's getting a nice color to it. And like I said, it's only been 8 weeks. Let's give it a try. It's got a nice bourbon taste to it. You know, that little bit of sweetness from the corn. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, ooh, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna probably give it I get another 8 weeks. We'll take a little sample, see where it's at, but it's probably going to take a few more months. Oh, that is nice. I mean, as smooth as glass. Oh, that's going to be one fantastic bourbon. Okay. Whew. Now, the same thing, like I said, but it's on chips. Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I am tasting a little bit more of the oakiness taste in here. Well, and that's to be expected. This is going to take a little bit more time to develop. But now smoothness, this is a little bit smoother than that. But I wouldn't turn this one down either. Wow. All right, well, that's our taste test. That was our last chore that we have to do today. And you know what? There's always something to do in the brew house between bottling and all different kind of things. You know, it's a tough job, but somebody has to do it. So I might as well stick it out and do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta taste bourbon every once in a while. That's a tough job, right? Wow. Wow. Delicious. All right. Well, I guess the last thing I got to say is, hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time here on Stillworks and Brewing. Wow, that's good stuff. All right. Ooh.